You're free to form your own opinion about this, okay? I'm not trying to force my opinion about this down anybody's throat. But I want you guys to pay attention to something. Each one of these images are decades apart, okay? These are not something that was all just made, posted to the internet on one weekend. This is different source material from years apart, okay? So, one, we have the Whitley Strieber depiction of the beings he's encountered. We have this alleged picture that a security guard took of a being that he encountered. We have the S4 interview, which is a video, and I'm going to actually show you guys the video in a second, okay? And then we have this other photo that's been just circulating on the internet since the internet was a thing. I mean, like forever, this image here has been on the internet. And then we have the famous Skinny Bob family vacation. What do all these photos have in common? They all show tan skin looking aliens, okay? Now, I've had my own personal experience with beings that look like this. Now, I cannot confirm that I wasn't dreaming, because even I had a hard time believing some of this stuff, okay? I'm going to tell you what has happened to me, okay? When I was in prison, I very briefly had an out-of-body astral projection type experience. And I heard a voice in my head that said, "He's rising." And it was very enthusiastic, almost childlike, high-pitched voice that said, "He's rising," in my head. And then not long after that, I was terrified. I didn't like leaving my body. I didn't consent to it. So I shot back into my body. This is the first time I've ever had anything weird like this happen, okay? I've done the Dr. Stephen Greer CE5 meditations, and a triangular-shaped spaceship appeared over my farm. You can choose to believe me or not believe me. That's part of the reason I put up cameras all over my farm, is because of that incident, okay? I sort of temporally shifted or astrally projected over to the bushes on the other side of my property. And one of these beings, one of these gray-looking, or tan-looking, rather, beings with a black, very distinct look. I remember his head looked similar to, if you've ever seen a fully engorged deer tick. It looks similar to that. No offense to the aliens. I don't want to piss y'all off, but, you know, that's how it reminded me. It was similar look to a fully engorged deer tick. It had the tan grayish look. Also, I have more memories that seem like repressed memories of these beings standing over my bed. So, one of these memories is from a house that I no longer live in, and then I have more recent memories, and I don't remember when this was, but I have memories of them all standing over my bed. And those memories don't feel like a dream at all. That feels like I really experienced that. However, it's crazy because I don't know when it happened. But I somehow remember it for some reason, even though I couldn't tell you what day or even what year it happened, just that it was in this house. Because I remember it being in that room behind me. So, I feel like I've had interactions with these beings before. Just the moment I thought, it's probably not a hoax. Because you can see his torso, and you can see his arm right there. This is a famous, alleged leaked video of them called Family Vacation. And what I find remarkable, again, is it's the consistency. All these images, all these videos look the same, even though they're authored by different people. Right? And so usually with hoaxes, what you find is you see the hoax looks different every time, because the creative interpretation of the exact way that a gray alien should look is different in the mind of each hoaxer. But when you have all the different so-called hoaxes that look the same, that's what leads me to believe that it isn't a hoax. The fact that it looks the same every time. Are we to believe that every hoaxer got it perfectly right at the same time? So that leads me, if these are hoaxes, they're pretty coordinated, pretty high budget. who's doing it and not making money off of it. The account that did this is Ivan0135. He's not monetized. This is an anonymous account so he could drop these videos off. And so he's not making money off of it. So one has to ask, I understand they're skeptics, and you say every single one of these is a hoax. Okay, one has to ask, if every single one of these is a hoax, who's coordinating these hoaxes to be so damn good and to all look the same? Why is every hoax looking the same in this particular category? Now, we see other images like the 4chan alien that was a hoax, and it doesn't look like any other hoax, right? When all the hoaxes start to look similar, that's something worth looking into, because it tells you, maybe this isn't a hoax. Or if it is a hoax, it's a Manhattan Project level, gigantic, well-organized, multi-million-dollar hoax with CGI professionals and animatronics, and nobody's making money off of it. You have to ask, if this is a hoax, who's making money off of it? Who's benefiting from it? Is the government involved? And if the government is involved, making these elaborate hoaxes that all look similar to drive me crazy, why would they be doing that? But the Compton alien's a one-off. We don't really have much to compare him to. Even though people have seen things like the Compton alien for quite some time. I think that this is what the Compton alien is. According to the crazies on the internet, that's what this is. Which, this is a race of being that has interdimensional traveling capabilities. A very powerful being that crazy people have encountered before. They don't seem so crazy now because we have one on video. This is just a working hypothesis, but I believe these tan beings are probably Emerther. I don't know. Some pretty serious people with high-level government security clearances say there's a race called Emerther. Emerther is pretty well documented among the kooky, crazy people. I'm not saying we have positively identified these beings as being Emerther. I'm not saying that. That is my working hypothesis, though. Okay? I'm even open to the possibility of every single one of these being a hoax. But if so, please tell me why. The skeptics, the debunkers, please tell me why somebody would go through all the trouble to make this many hoaxes that all look so similar and so realistic.
It's a remarkable piece of footage. I mean, it's very, 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 very interesting. If it's a hoax, it's very well done. If it's not, then I would say it's probably revolutionary.
If they are hoaxes, who did them and why? Because it would be incredibly difficult to get this level of consistency and this level of authenticity decade after decade, and that would reek of a government psyop of some sort. So leave your take in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Jordan Jerb signing off.